Crypto is taking over the sports world. Literally, the MLB, the NBA, the UFC, Formula One, basketball teams, La Liga teams, Premier League teams, Serie A teams, you name the sport or league, and there's probably a crypto-related product or service that's tied to it. We saw this most recently where the arena owners of the Miami Heat and Los Angeles Lakers struck extremely lucrative deals with crypto exchanges. The Heat are now playing in FTX Arena, formerly American Airlines Arena, following a $135 million agreement with the crypto exchange. That same company, FTX, is also in a potentially multi-billion-dollar agreement with the MLB. And the Lakers are now playing in the Crypto.com arena after a $700 million agreement made between the exchange and the arena owners. The UFC is also in a similar agreement with the Crypto.com, where they become, among other things, the official apparel sponsor. And this doesn't include the insane number of other leagues, teams, and athletes who've partnered in some capacity or another with an organization in the crypto space. So there's some obvious questions that need to be answered here, but two more than any other. First, where the hell is all this money coming from? And second, why has sports become the industry of focus for crypto sponsorships? Not to say that there haven't been other industries that have flirted with crypto, but sports has clearly become the area of focus. We'll answer that and more in this video. What's good, y'all? My name is Malik, and this is The Business of Sport, a channel dedicated to none other than, yes, the business of sport. If you're new here, welcome to this video, welcome to this channel, and most of all, welcome to the dopest community on YouTube. If you're interested in sports business or stuff in and around that industry, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And for my amigos, my amiguettes, my brothers from other mothers, and my sisters from other misters, welcome back. I just want to give y'all a huge thank you. We just hit 240 subs. Yo, 240 people. Anyway, let's keep growing this channel. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep hitting that thumbs up, and yo, let's make some history, y'all. So, history time. Back in the late 1840s, mad dudes went out west to go mine some gold. I'm talking about the gold rush. They went to Cali to go dig up some gold from the ground. Now, of course, given that these dudes were literally just pulling gold out of the ground, you'd expect that there was some money to be made. And that would be correct. In total, from 1848 to 1855, roughly 750,000 pounds of gold was pulled out of the ground. In just the first 4 years of the gold rush, there was approximately $207 million worth of gold mined, which in today's numbers comes out to over $6 billion. $6 billion just tucked underneath the ground like that. It's wild. It's wild. That's crazy. It's crazy. But what's even crazier is that by the end of it, the miners actually weren't the ones making most of the money. In fact, very few miners actually made anything at all. It was everyone around them that actually made money by providing the miners with goods and services. Stuff like overpriced food, rent, and supplies like denim jeans and pickaxes. It were the industries built around the gold rush that truly flourished, not the dudes digging up gold out of the ground. And this is a lot of the reason we're seeing companies like Crypto.com, Coinbase, and FTX making and spending such exorbitant amounts of money. They're not the gold in this analogy, but instead the industry around the gold, such as creating a wallet such that you can store your currency or gold, as well as a market such that you can exchange your currency or gold into something else. They've also ventured into other industries in and around the crypto market. Crypto.com is one example of this, where they've also become a market for users to exchange their holdings into things like NFTs, as well as offering users an abundance of financial products and services, including banking, credit and debit cards, as well as their own payment platforms similar to Venmo or Cash App. Many of these exchanges have also developed their own currencies as well, but that's only a small pillar in the entire revenue model. So to summarize, Crypto.com and these other services aren't just the gold mine, they're everything around it. They're the exchange, the payment platform, the market where you can spend your gold, and the banking/storage service where you can keep all that you've earned, where they make their money off small fees and interest rather than simply the value of the currencies themselves. And this has proven to be a fruitful market to get into. In Q2 of 2021, the Financial Times estimates that Crypto.com raked in nearly $2 billion in revenues, up almost $500 million from the $1.6 billion they raked in a quarter before. In total, according to the Financial Times, Crypto.com turns over billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency cryptocurrency transactions every single day and has processed more than $415 billion from March of 2020 till June of 2021. And of that $415 billion that was exchanged on their platform, they pulled in $1.2 billion in revenues, just based off of a 0.3% average fee per trade. And that's leveraging extremely conservative numbers. Many of the trades on the app go for much, much, much more. Whew. Alright, so what does this all mean? Well, now we know how these exchanges are making money. It's not so much about the gold or the currency themselves, rather the industry around it that they're trying to own. But the next question is, why are they so focused on investing so much money into sports specifically? Not to say that there aren't other markets or industries as well, but sports has become a clear outlier here. From apparel deals to stadium rights to NFT markets exclusively focused on sports highlights and memorabilia. See the video we did on NBA Top Shot here. We've seen a clear investment. Okay, hold on. This time I'm gonna catch it. It's not here, it's here. The video comes up. It's probably gone by now because I pointed at it already, but it's here, right? Or am I tripping? It's here. I gotta remember my left hand. I'm right-handed, except when I'm hooping and I'm getting buckets, both hands, baby. You can't guard me. You can't guard me when I'm hooping. I'm nice with it. I'm a 24-hour fitness legend and the LA fitness legend. I'm nice with it. Come on, bro. Did I play in middle school? No. Did I play in high school? No. Did I play AAU? No. Am I still nice? Absolutely. Do I get buckets? Come on, bro. I get buckets. Crossover, right hand, crossover. Step back, ooh, pump fake, jumper. If it looks like I'm a little bit loopy right now, it's because I am. Have not slept much this week. Y'all can't see based on the bags under my eyes. Yeah, it's been a tough week of work for your boy. So I'm excited I get to get a chance to actually record a video right now. Very excited, very excited. Very tired, but very excited. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. All right. So from apparel deals to stadium rights to NFT markets exclusively focused on sports highlights and memorabilia. See the video we did on NBA Top Shot and I was like, it's not here, it's here. We've seen a clear investment and alliance between these large players in the crypto space and the sports industry as a whole. And to explain this, I actually want to jump back a few years to when the sponsorship dollars were flying in from another budding industry, sports betting. We all remember the insane back and forth between a bunch of the betting sites a few years back, but at the time, and still a little bit today, we saw sports betting sites coming out of the woodworks trying to get a stake in the market. Now that this market has settled a bit, a lot of the smaller companies died out, leaving big players such as FanDuel, DraftKings, and BetMGM as the main players in the industry, similar to Coinbase or Crypto.com. What's more are the similarities between these two industries. Both are extremely speculative and risky, both are high risk, high reward, but what's more interesting, I can't say interesting. What is interesting? Interesting. Very interesting. Más interesante. Muy interesante. Si yo hablo español, un poquito, pero yo hablo español. Yo soy get buckets, bro. Come on, crossover. Shake and bake. Come on, bro. Jumper. What's even more interesting is, I said it. What's even more interesting is the similarities between the demographics of the sports industry and the cryptocurrency industry. The majority of people who are invested in cryptocurrencies and who gamble in sports are pretty much the same. White males between the ages of 18 and 44 making $75,000 a year or more. The largest demographic of sports bettors also happens to be the largest demographic of crypto investors. I'm almost out of breath. I gotta learn to breathe. And while there's not necessarily a one-to-one relationship between the two, it is safe to assume that there is quite a bit of overlap. In fact, two of the largest sports betting sites, DraftKings and FanDuel, have invested in the crypto space. Earlier this year, FanDuel claimed that their most popular contest was one where they did not offer money as a prize, rather an NFT in partnership with NBA Top Shot. DraftKings has taken it a step further by creating their own NFT marketplace, full of digital sports memorabilia like Tom Brady's Combine jersey or Slam magazine covers and logos. So it's clear there are not only parallels between both sports betting and the crypto market, but also overlap between the two markets, seeing how so many of the sports betting sites have invested in the crypto space. But just because these exchanges make a lot of money and are interested in these demographics doesn't mean these sponsorships come easy. Arena owners actually demand more money from these crypto firms because they're relatively unknown names in an unproven industry. industry. In an interview with the New York Post, Joe Favorito, that's a name. It doesn't start off strong. It's just Joe. But Joe Favorito, and it rhymes too. Yo, this guy's name is literally a bar. Joe Favorito. Hey, that's a bar. Come on, dog. In an interview with the New York Post, Joe Favorito, a Columbia University sports management professor, explained how if you want to do a deal with Mercedes-Benz, that's safe. If you go after a non-traditional naming rights deal, you probably ask them for a lot more money. That's because arena owners remember stadiums after long-gone tech firms such as Baltimore's PSI Net Stadium and Boston's CMGI Field, both of which had to be rebranded after both companies imploded when the dot-com bubble bursted in 2001. And honestly, there's cause for concern here as well. I'm not in the business of making predictions or providing financial advice. That's not what I do. I also would like to preface this by saying I do have some money tied up in cryptocurrencies, so please don't send the crypto hounds on me. But even the crypto hounds would agree. There is no way there can be this many players in a single industry. It's just basic economics. It's basic, very basic. Fraud aside, I'm not even talking about that. I just think that there are some of these medium to smaller exchanges that are doing less lucrative deals with a lot of these teams that may not be around long enough to fulfill their contracts. This is what we saw when the dot-com bubble resulted in a rapidly maturing market where a lot of companies that could never actually compete with a lot of the larger sites disappeared. And if you're waiting for me to make some predictions on some of those specific sponsorships, I can't. Jeez, what is wrong with me? I can't. Sponsorships. And if you're waiting for me to make some specific, oh my goodness, I'm so tired. And if you're waiting for me to make some predictions on some of those specific sponsorships, don't hold your breath. Again, I don't want the crypto hounds to eat me alive. Crypto hounds. That's a name. Crypto hound. But yeah, that's a very real risk for teams. I think we often forget the sponsorship money is how they pay staff, travel, coach and player salaries, even when one of your players isn't playing and is just sitting there doing nothing while we still dominate the East. The Nets, baby, come on, bro. Buckets, shake and bake, baby, come on, we get buckets. Yeah, I'm a Nets fan. But I've been a Nets fan since the New Jersey days, man. My first jersey was a Vince Carter jersey. Don't come talk to me about that. So, all right, let me know what you think. Based on what's been outlined, do you think these exchanges should spend this much money in these industries? Do you think there's a lot of risk for teams accepting money from these companies? And do you think this is money well spent elsewhere? And on top of that, who do you think is going to come out on top in this crypto game? I'm just curious. Could be a coin, could be a market, could be anything. I'm just curious. I'm trying to learn more about it, and I'm just curious what y'all think. So yeah, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for making it through another video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're just starting out here, and any support we can get is greatly appreciated. I appreciate y'all, for real. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love, and all the positivity. Have a great rest of your day. Love y'all. Peace.